Hi, Scorpio. I'm Ronique, and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your July 2025 monthly tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies of the month of July. High Priestess coming out there. Lots of Cancerian energy coming out, Scorpio. This is a month where big moves are happening as we have Uranus moving into the sign of Gemini. Uranus has been actually in your opposition, Taurus, for the last 7 years. So I do think that this could help you as you move out of that opposition there and Uranus moves into Gemini. I do think that your money house could see a little improvement over the next few years. Also, we have retrograde season beginning. Neptune, Mercury, Saturn, and Chiron all retrograde in the month of July. So make sure that you are really taking your time, looking through things once, twice, even 3 times, just because of all that retrograde energy. So check the description box below. If you haven't already taken a look at those mid-June to mid-July career readings, I will leave the link below. All right, Scorpio, let's get into it. You start off that first week with the Ace of Cups in the reverse, as well as the Nine of Swords also in reverse. By the time you're moving into the second week, 10 of Cups in reverse. Lots of reversals, Scorpio, as well as the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. What's going on, Scorpio? 2 aces, though. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, as well as the Nine of Wands. Lots going on for you, Scorpio, as we can already see with those reversals. As you are ending July, 8 of Wands in the reverse. And lastly, the King of Wands also in reverse. So I would say for you, Scorpio, this is going to be a month that you're really trying to make sense of all of the new information that you're having to deal with, especially with so many reversals. This tends to mean that you're pushing against the energy and not working with the energy. So make sure that you are not being stubborn, trying to resist things. Maybe change is trying to happen and you're not letting it happen. Really keep that in mind, Scorpio. So let's go ahead and pull a card representing the energy you bring into the month of July. And you have the High Priestess. Remember that card that fell out in the beginning, the High Priestess? So glad to see it, though, in the upright, because this means that you are trusting your intuition. Excuse my voice. I've been a little sick lately, so trying to get over a summer cold. The High Priestess is that card of really trusting your instincts, but also trusting what you do not see, your intuition, okay? And I do think that many of you, as you're coming into this month, really take some time to figure out, are you really trusting yourself, or are you ignoring signs that have been coming up? And I do think for you all, Scorpio, you are a very intuitive sign. So Spirit is just asking you to trust what you are feeling as opposed to just what you are seeing, okay? That's very important during this month, especially with all the energies going in these different directions. Your intuition is going to lead you in the right way. So let's go ahead and pull an oracle message. Spirit, if you can send my Scorpios an oracle message for the month of July. 9 of Fire. So you have this 9 of Fire and this 9 of Wands. So same energy. It says, don't give up. Protect that which you have created. You have courage and you believe in yourself. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. So I do think this is going to be a month of you having to step into places that you didn't think you would have to. And I do think for many of you all, this is about reclaiming what was yours, possibly stepping into a new version of yourself that you didn't know was even there or has been hidden for a long time. So really keep that in mind and keep that courage up as we move through July. Okay, Scorpio, so let's go week by week. Let's see what other information Spirit has for you. So the Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups in reverse as we come into this reading right off the heels of Mercury and Leo entering retrograde shadow on June 30th. July 4th is a big day. We have Neptune turning retrograde in Aries, Venus conjunct Uranus in Taurus at that 29th degree. Now, I will tell you, this could be big financial news going on in the world, but for you personally, I feel like you're no longer worried about some financial strain that you possibly had back in June. And I do feel like this Ace of Cups in reverse is like that intuitive insight coming in, and you're finally like, okay, I'm not going to keep stressing about this. I already know what is next, or I already know what I'm feeling to move forward. And I do think that's really important, especially once Venus enters Gemini on the 4th as well. I do think communications start getting better. And I do think you're no longer in this worriment stage of where you were at back in June and May. So that's really nice to see. Now, I do think though, Scorpio, as you come into that big day of the 7th of July, when we have Uranus entering Gemini, it will be there until November 7th. So I do think that's interesting, because during this period of time, you're having this reprieve from that Uranus and Taurus opposition to your sign. And I do think this Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, both in reverse, this feels like money conversations with your family, with your partner. I do think many of you all could have gotten a blessing back in June, or one is coming, but you all are not either taking advantage of it, you're ignoring it. This could be one of you getting a job offer, but you all are afraid to take it, or you all are contemplating what is the next steps for family, money. And I'm telling you, do not rest on you just think that this isn't a good idea. Like, make sure you mull over all the ideas, because I do think that that Uranus entering Gemini could bring up some new money option for your family that you really never even thought of before, or maybe one of you takes on a second job. I do think that this is going to be like an out of the box thinking here, with them both in reverse right at that Uranus entering Gemini. Now, by time we are moving into second and third week of the month, we do have a Capricorn full moon on July 10th. During that time, I do think there's some highlighted areas of your life that you are like, whoa, I didn't realize that, I was going in this direction with my goals. I'm like so far off than when I started the year, when we had a Capricorn new moon. I do think for many of you all, when Saturn retrogrades in Aries on the 13th and then Mercury retrogrades on the 18th, many of you all are like, you're tired, you're worn out. And I do think that there's some kind of information that reaches you that is not what you were thinking. Maybe some of you all were going for a job interview. Maybe some of you were hoping for some type of information, or hoping that there was a end to this journey that you all have been on with this hamster wheel I see with that 9 of Wands. I do think though, Spirit is telling you right around the sun entering Leo on the 22nd, remember this 9 of Fire here, don't give up. And that really is what this is. Don't give up just because a few things are out of whack, or everything isn't falling into place the way that you were thinking they were going to. The 9 of Wands is that don't give up card. And I do think the sun entering Leo is going to empower you. And I do think by the time we have that Leo new moon on the 24th, you are setting brand new intentions and getting out of this 9 of Wands energy, which is really nice to see. Now, I do think that by time you are ending July, 8 of Wands, King of Wands in reverse, this is like a slowdown, but not necessarily in the way that you're thinking. I do think a King of Wands in reverse could be your power being drained from you, you feeling like you don't have as much energy to withstand that 8 of Wands, and lots of energy to move forward. And Spirit is telling you that you're going to have to push through this, okay? I do think Chiron in Aries retrograde on the 30th, as well as Venus entering Cancer on the 30th. This is going to be this energy of you like, make sure you're not falling into, oh, woe is me, feeling sorry for yourself, because Chiron in Aries is that, wounded healer. And Spirit is telling you, King of Wands in reverse, you've got this. You just have to push harder. You might need to slow down. Maybe you don't need to push harder. Maybe some of you all are needing to take some time for yourself. I do think by the time we get to the 31st, when the sun is conjunct Mercury in retrograde in Leo, that's when conversations start to slow down as well. So I do think this is going to be a month, Scorpio, where you're really needing to trust your intuition, but also trust your body. I do feel like for many of you all, this could be a time where you could be getting sick or just not feeling your best because of all of these moving energies. And Spirit is telling you, pay attention because they are serving you. And by the time you move into August, this is going to be a much better situation, because I do feel like a lot of these reversals will turn right side up, because you really only got this one Nine of Wands in the upright, and that means like you are tired, but don't give up. Okay, so I hope this is helpful for you, Scorpio. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series. If you haven't subscribed, I would love if you would. Talk to you later.